Hey guys, what's up? Super hope I'm in frame. I'm doing my videos from a new spot now because we've rearranged the house and Skylar's room a little bit, so I don't have my nursing chair in there anymore to do updates, so a little bit more of a boring background, but hey, here I am. So, anyways, I was going to do my cry it out method video today. I've been meaning to do this for several weeks now, but with the holidays and me and Skylar being sick and like all this other stuff going on. What are you doing? Okay, I couldn't see her for the bouncies. Anyways, with all this other stuff going on, I just hadn't had a chance to do it yet. But I wanted to go ahead and mention that when I did my controversial parenting tag, I had a girl comment on there and let me know that I didn't cover spanking as one of my controversial topics. And so I wanted to make sure that that was something that I covered today. So if you're watching, I'm going to go ahead and cover that. All right, the cry it out method. My views on the cry it out method are I don't use it. I guess, like, I use a whine it out method, which, like, I guess you'll be like, well, you use the cry it out method then. But I don't let Skylar cry, ever. I don't leave her anywhere crying. Like, if she's crying, I will comfort her or hold her. I guess maybe I'm spoiling her, but whatever. That's just how I am. But I will let her whine it out. If she's just whining or, like, fake crying, and I know that you guys know what I mean when they're like, ah, ah, and it's, like, not even crying. They're just being agitated because they're tired and sleepy. I will lay her down and let her fuss that kind of fussiness out. However, even when I do that, I do not let her go for longer than 5 to 10 minutes. That is the maximum amount of time that I will let her be fussy, and then I will go get her. So yeah, I don't really use like cry it out method. Like if she's crying, I'm not just going to set her down somewhere and go, oh, okay, well just cry it out. You're going to be all right. You know, I don't do that. Not saying it's wrong or anything like that, but it's just not, I can't do that personally. Like I can't handle hearing her cry. It upsets me. So it's too hard for me. From what I've learned on the cry it out method, I just wanted to educate you guys a little bit on it. I don't know how much you guys know. I don't know a whole lot, but I did a little bit of research. On the cry it out method, there was an attachment theory presented in the 1960s that, in a roundabout way, it pretty much just said that if you let your child cry it out, then they're more likely to have issues with relationships and trust and things of that nature in the future when they're your age or in their teens or whatever, because according to the attachment theory, it develops a certain kind of instinct bond between you and baby that whenever they cry, no matter whether they're crying for an actual need or not, that you're going to come and that you're going to be there and you're going to respond to that. And when you don't, according to the attachment theory, it distresses the baby. And I mean, that's kind of how I feel. I don't know that that theory is true. I'm not saying that it is or that it isn't, but that theory is a lot of how I feel about Skylar and how I do with her. Let's see. Also, the cry it out method has a thing called like controlled crying is what I found online. Controlled crying is where, sorry, Skylar's just like watching me talk. She's so silly. Controlled crying is where you kind of like rotate with how many times you go into the room and how long. Now, this isn't what I do with Skylar, but this is just something that I discovered that some people do. What they do is with the controlled crying cry it out method, it's a mouthful, you'll lay your child down and let them fuss it out for 5 minutes. If at that 5-minute point they are not done fussing, you're going to go into the room, check on them, soothe them for about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and then leave the room again and let them fuss it out again. Only this time you're going to stay out of the room for 10 minutes. If at that 10-minute point they haven't stopped fussing, you're going to go back and you're going to soothe for 3 to 5 minutes. You're going to leave again. This time you're going to stay gone for 15 minutes, and so on and so forth. And that is called the controlled crying cry it out method. So just a little educational tidbit fact for you guys. The pros of the cry it out method are that it works fast. You can just put the baby down and kind of let it bust it out on their own. And you don't have to run in and out of the room because you know that they're probably just fussy because they're tired. I mean, obviously, if it's nighttime and it's near bedtime and you've taken care of all of their essential needs, including, feeding, changing, all that fun stuff, burping, then they should be pretty well good to go. I'm not saying that they're not and that you can't let them fuss it out, but that's just not what I do with Skylar. But anyway, you don't have to run in and out because you know that all their basic essential needs are met and that they're okay. However, the cons is that it does seem a bit mean, and that's what I keep trying to get at. And I'm not, again, I don't want you guys to get mad at me or get offended if you use this method because I'm not, hating on you or anything. I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, it hurts my feelings and I'm not saying it doesn't hurt yours, I just can't handle it. That's just, I can't take it. I can't do it. I'm not strong enough for that. And then the other con, which this one is really, really scary, guys, and if you haven't had a run-in with this yet, I'm not trying to spook you or anything, but apparently the crying out method can cause vomiting in the child because sometimes the parent will let them cry it out to the point that the child is so overwhelmingly upset that they begin to induce vomiting from crying so hard, which is scary, and that does not sound very cool. So, but anyways, so yeah, that is pretty much my whole spiel on the cry it out method. I just wanted to throw you guys a couple of fun facts that I found and let you guys know my opinion and let you guys know that I am not being hateful with you or judgmental of you if you do use this method. It's just not for me. And spanking. I'm not going to go very deep into spanking. I'm just going to touch on it lightly, but spanking, I am just going to say that I'm not sure where I sit. I'm kind of on the fence with it. Reason being is Zachary is completely against spanking. He does not want to enforce spanking with Skylar at all. But in my case, I was spanked when I was a kid. I mean, I grew up in Mississippi, so I got a switch or the belt or hand or, stuff like that. And I didn't really ever view spanking as a form of child abuse ever until I got older and it apparently became a problem, or an exposed problem at least. So, I mean, in the way that I'm not going to say, there's a difference between spanking and beating, you guys. There's a big freaking difference. That's huge. There's no gray line like it's black and white. There's a difference. And I was spanked, but I live in Missouri, and in the state of Missouri, it's apparently illegal to spank your child. To hit your child with anything other than your hand, it's illegal. So I guess it's not illegal to spank. It's just illegal to use anything else. So a paddle or a fly swatter or a switch or a belt, the things I got when I was a kid, you can go to jail for those things. And I guess I don't know, I guess it's okay to have these things illegalized because I guess there are some people that take things too far. But if they're the kind of person that they would take things too far with an inanimate object, don't you think that they could still take things too far using just their hand? I don't know. So, yeah, I'm just not really sure. I can't say that I'm all the way for it, and I can't say that I'm all the way against it either because I have my own personal experiences that tell me that, obviously I don't think that I was abused as a child and I got spanked. So, anyways, I would love to hear you guys' views and opinions on that. So if you would post down for me, that would be awesome. And keep a lookout on my channel for my next Q&A video. I'm going to have a Q&A video up soon. It's going to be your chance to ask me any questions that you want. So keep a lookout for that, and I will get back to you guys in our next video.